All right, welcome back to Mr. PL. So we're Precal. This is Unit 2, Type 2, Lesson number 5, and we are going to be using simple interest, compound interest, and continuously compounded interest, all the formulas in order to solve for missing variables using real-world questions. All right, before we do so, talking about this warm-up, we have two different people being able to simplify these same two expressions, and one's done correctly. It looks like Chris has done correctly. Patty is not done correctly. Oh, no, sorry, the other way around. Patty is done correctly and Chris is not. So Patty decided to factor this into this, and then you separate this multiplication into using the product rule, which means addition of two separate logs. And then divide, anything divided by itself is 1, so that leaves you with just log base 2 of x minus 5. Now, the problem here is when you subtract two logs with the same base, you have to divide the two x's, and in this case, these two are being subtracted, so that's not the rule. Log base 3 of 243 is 5, so I'm looking for all the expressions down here that equal 5. So this equals 5, this does not. Log base 2 of 32 is 5 because 2 to the 5th power is 32. Log base 3 of 3 is 2, and log base 3 of 27 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. Log base 2 of 128, I believe, is 7. 7 minus 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 30, 128. So, yeah, that's 7. And 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. So this is 4. 7 minus 4 is not 5. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. So that's 6. And this is 1. So that's a yes. 3, 9, 27. That's a 3 plus 2. This is a yes. Log base 243 of 3, so you know that's going to be a fraction because the base is bigger than the x, so that's not an answer. And then we have change of base, so log of 243, so this is log of 243 over log of 3 using change of base, and this one's not. That one's backwards, so this is basically the same thing as this. Okay, so we get into, for a bill it's 25% if its tax rate is 6%, so you'd multiply $25 times 6% and you get $1.50, and then if you add that $1.50 to the $25 you get $26.50. Same with this question, once again, real life question. $45 times 0.2, so you change the percent to a decimal, so that's why it's 0.2. That gives you $9 for the tip, and then you add that to the $45, you get $54 total bill. And then after a discount of 20% on a shirt that costs $30, so that means you're going to give $6 discount, so you take that away because it's subtracted, it's a discount, and it gives you $24 for the shirt. Number of students population is decreasing by 10%, so 10% of 300 is 30. Decreased by 30, you get 270. Now here we have the exact same questions, only we're doing it all at once. This is using the simple interest formula, which is the starting amount multiplied by 1 plus or minus the rate, depending if it's increasing or decreasing, to the t amount of time. All right, so this happens to be to the first power. These are also going to be to the first power. So this is 1.06 because it's 6% interest. And 25 times 1.06 is 2650. You're going to get all the exact same answers that we did before. When it's 20%, but it's decreased, so you do 1 minus 0.20, which is 0.8. So that's the new rate of, that's exponential decay, whereas these two are exponential growth. Once again, here is the formula right down here so you can see. Okay, so now we're going to apply it to some word problems. So we're plugging these numbers in, so that gives us 5 times increasing in a rate, so that would be 1 plus 0.17, so that's 1.17 per year. So that's X amount of years. Initial value of 16, 1 plus 0.5 because it's increasing, so that's 1.5 every 10 days. Now, it kind of depends on what your y of t or x of t or whatever f of t, whatever your y equals. So I'm going to assume that this one's days, whereas I assume this one was years. So I'm going to assume every 10 days. So if x represents the amount of days, so that would be x over 10. Once again, that's assuming x is per day, whereas this one I use x as per year. So it kind of depends. Initial population of 28,900. Being multiplied by decreasing 1 minus 0.026, which is 0.974 per year, so that would be X amount of years. So growing at a rate, so 18 is the starting point, to being multiplied by 1 plus 1.052 every 30 days. Now, every 30 days would be x out of 30. Keep in mind that x is representing per day. So I'm deciding for x to be... Now, if I made x per year, then it would be x divided by 12. So it kind of just depends on which way. This would be per year, and this would be per day. Sorry. If it was per year, every 30 days will be to the 12x. Sorry. So the reason why is because then there are 12 30-day periods, well, 12 months per year. So if it was x was per year, then it would be 12x. Now, if x is per day, then it's x over 30 because then you're only getting 1/30th of that percentage per day. So that's the difference. If it's happening multiple times in the time frame, then it's multiplied. And if it's happening, less than once per day or per whatever it is, then it would be divided. So initial cost of 120 being multiplied by 1 plus 0.25, which is 1.25, every 2 months. Now, if I make x the amount of months, that would be x over 2, every 2 months. If it was twice per month, then it would have been to the 2x power. So once again, it does matter what you're making x equal for each one of those questions. All right, so these are the formulas for compound interest. For interest compound annually or just simple interest. So that's what we've been doing. This is compounded, so we use k to represent the amount of times that it's compounded per year, and then continuously. So that's the starting amount times e to the power of RT, the rate times time. So the A stands for the total amount at the end of whatever the unit is. The principal invested is how much you started with. R represents the rate in which it's changing, and then T is the amount of time that it takes for it to be that. All right, so if it's annually, then we're going to use just the simple interest. So it's going to be 1,000 times 1 plus 0.08 find the balance after 2 years. So then you would put 2 for the amount of time. If it's quarterly, then it would be 1,000 times 1 plus 0.08 over 4 to the 4 times 2 power. So the only difference between these two is that you divide this rate by 4 because you're splitting up into 4 equal amounts over the time, but you get paid those interests 4 times, so it gets raised to that 4th power. So it's a 4th as much each time, so you're dividing that that interest rate into equal parts, but then you're also getting paid that interest more amount of times, just less each time. So daily would be 1,000 times 1 plus 0.08 over 365 to the 365 times 2 power. Now continuous will be 1,000 times e to the power of 0.08 times 2. And then you plug that into a calculator and you solve. How long will it take for the count to reach? Now I do have my calculator with me because I'm going to need a calculator for this lesson and the next. How long will it take for the count to reach 2,500? So if it's compounded continuously, so that's this one right here. So 2,500 equals 1,000 times e to the 0.08 times 2 power. Okay, so first thing I would do is I would divide both sides by 1,000. Don't need a calculator for that. That's 2.5. Equals e to the, now I'm going to also multiply these two. 0.08 times 2 is 0.16 power. And then wait. Sorry. I used 2 because it was here, but we're trying to figure out how much time. Sorry, so I'm going to put t for the amount of time. So this is going to be 0.08. In fact, I'm going to use x, 0.08x. Then I'm going to do natural log of both sides. And that's going to give me 0.08x equals natural log of 2.5. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 0.08, and that's what I'm going to put in the calculator. These cancel out, and I'm going to put natural log of, okay, got to turn this on. Natural log of 2.5, end parenthesis, divided by 0.08. Enter, and I get 11.45. X is about 11.45. It's compound. Yeah. Okay. On to the next question. So Judy has invested $500. So we need to figure out what's the function. So she invested $500 at an annual interest rate compounded monthly. Okay. So 5 times 1 plus 0.09 over 12 to the 12 times t amount of time. So how long will it take for our investment to reach $3,000? Okay, so first thing I do is divide by 500. That gives me 6. I can simplify this. 0.09 divided by 12 gives me 0.0075. So add that to the 1 is 1.0075 to the power of 12x. Okay, so now I'm going to do log base 1.0075 of both sides. So I could do that in a calculator two ways. Some graphic calculators like mine aren't going to do log of bases that aren't 10 or e or standard things. So what I'm going to have to do is use change of base. I'm going to do log of 6 divided by log of 1.0075. So I'm using my change of base, and that gives me about 239.796. So that's this log of 1.0075 of 6 equals 12x. Then I'm going to divide that by 12, and that gives me x is about 19.98 years. Stephen has $500 to invest. What annual interest rate will be compounded continuously if required to double his money? So it's doubling his money. What annual interest rate? Okay, so compounded continuously, so that's PERT, P times E to the, we don't know the rate, but we do know the time. So what would the interest rate have to be? Let's figure that out. Divide both sides by 500, so that gives me 2 equals E to the 10R power. Then do natural log of both sides. Natural log of 2 equals 10R, divide by 10. So it's natural log of 2, enter, divided by 10, enter. So it looks like the rate would have to be about 7%. So about 0.069, which is about 7%, give or take. All right, looks like I'm getting close to my time. Last question. If the initial population of a town is 10,000, so that's 10,000 in jobs and area, and a drawing a town a growth rate of 35% every 2 years. Okay. So what am I looking for? So initial population, so find the model. So that would be 10,000 P of T is equal to 10,000 times 1 plus 0.35 multiplied by every 2 years, so that would be x over 2. Every 2 years, if x represents the amount per year. X equals per year. All right, how many people will be in the town after 9 years? So now I'm just going to put 9 in for x and solve. So 10,000 times 1 plus, or just 1.35 at this point. I can combine those like terms. This is not compounded continuously. 1.35 to the 9 over 2 power. Well, that's 4.5, so I can just put that in the calculator. 10,000, parenthesis, 1.35, end parenthesis, to the 4.5 power. And that gives me about 38,592 people. All right, I got a minute and a half left. How many years will it take for the town's population to double? All right. So 20,000 equals 10,000 times 1.35 to the x over 2 power. Divide by 10,000 gives me 2. And then I'm going to do log base 1.35. So that's log of 2 in parentheses divided by log of 1.35. So that's my change of base. And then I'm going to multiply that by 2 because it's x over 2 equals that. So that's 2.309. Double that, you get about 4.619. X is about 4.619. And that's how many years it's going to take. So it's going to take a little bit more than 4.5 years. Thanks again for watching. I just made it under the timeline. And please look forward to my next video, which I'll be doing shortly. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.